Next one is the inductor. Represented with L, and the symbol of the inductor can be like this, represented with L. Here, for a straight conductor, let us take a straight conductor like this. If the current flowing through the conductor is like this, then the magnetic field will be as per the right hand thumb rule in this direction. The magnetic field will be in this direction. But if you take a inductor, the current direction is like this, so it will be flowing like this. It's not a straight conductor, therefore the magnetic field will be shown like this as per the right hand thumb rule. The thumb represent magnetic field lines like this. So here the magnetic flux linkages can be written as psi, and which is directly proportional to current flowing through the inductor. So this can be written as psi is equal to L into I. This is a basic law of magnetic flux linkages. From Faraday's second law, the voltage is directly proportional to d psi by dt, and I have to put a negative sign because of the Lenz law. Due to Lenz law, V is directly proportional to minus d psi by dt. So therefore, this can be written as V is directly proportional to, so I am just ignoring the negative sign here for calculation, and d psi by dt. So here the psi is directly proportional to I can write di by dt. So to avoid this proportionality constant, I am putting a constant V is equal to L into di by dt. So here, this is the voltage across an inductor, formula for voltage across the inductor. And from this you can calculate the current flowing through the inductor. So here V dt is equal to L into di. And here di can be written as 1 by L into V dt. If I apply integration on both sides, so therefore I can be written as 1 by L integration of V dt. This is the formula for current flowing through the inductor. And the next one, power. Power P is equal to dW by dt. So or we can write V into I. So here I can write power formula P is equal to V into I. So V I am taking this formula L into di by dt, and I is equal to here I. And from the next one is the energy. Energy E is nothing but integration of P dt. So therefore integration of I into L into di by dt into dt. So this dt and dt will be cancelled out here, and energy can be written as E is equal to L, if I take common, I into di. So this can be written as L into I square by 2, or in short E is equal to half Li square. This is the energy stored in the inductor. E is equal to half Li square. Energy stored in the inductor can be written as half Li square joules. So these are the four important formulas for inductor. Voltage across an inductor, V is equal to L into di by dt, and I is equal to 1 by L into integration of V dt. Power can be written as P is equal to L into di by dt into I, and energy is equal to half Li square. As per the physical dimensions, inductor formula can be written as, so this is current flowing through the inductor having a length L and number of turns N, and having the cross sectional area A. the inductance is directly proportional to number of turns square, n square, and inductor is directly proportional to area of cross section, and it is inversely proportional to the length of the material. So the inductor here directly proportional to n square A by L. So here it can be written as L is equal to mu into n square A by L henries. This is the physical formula for inductor. L is equal to mu into n square A by L, where mu is the permeability, which can be written as mu is equal to mu naught into mu r, the product of absolute permeability and relative permeability. Absolute permeability and relative permeability. So absolute permeability for free space can be written as mu naught is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7 Henry per meter. Absolute permeability can be written as, absolute permeability for free space can be written as mu naught is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7 Henry per meter. And the psi I characteristics of the inductor can be drawn like this. If I take x-axis as current and y-axis as psi, so here this one also in linear mode, and this one may be written as L is equal to psi 1 by I1, slope of this curve. Similarly in the negative direction, this is minus I2 and this is minus psi 2, and inductor can be written as minus psi 2 by minus I2. This is regarding inductor. The third one is the capacitor. Represented with C, and the symbolic representation is like this. Current flowing through the capacitor is like I, then one plate of the capacitor will be shown like positive and another plate can be shown as negative, and this is the gradient, and across this will be having certain voltage called capacitive voltage here. So this is the dielectric medium having two poles, positive and negative, two plates, positive plate and negative plate. So this is your dielectric medium, and here the charge is directly proportional to the applied voltage, and it can be written as Q is equal to C into V, applied voltage, Q into V coulombs. So here we know that Q is equal to C into V, and dq by dt, if I differentiate this, dq by dt is equal to d by dt of C into V. So this can be written as C into dV by dt. So dq by dt is known as current I is equal to C into dV by dt. So this is the current flowing through the capacitor. The formula for current I is equal to C into dV by dt. So from this we can derive for voltage. So directly I am writing here C into dV is equal to I dt. dV is equal to 1 by C into I dt. If I apply integration on both sides, therefore V is equal to 1 by C into integration of I dt. This is the voltage across the capacitor. V is equal to 1 by C into I dt. And power is equal to V into I. So here I am taking the formula of I, which is equal to C into dV by dt. So this is the formula for power for a capacitor, and the energy stored in the capacitor can be written as E is equal to integration of P dt. So therefore integration of V into C into dV by dt into dt. This dt and dt will be cancelled out here, and therefore energy E can be written as V into, so integration of V into C into dV. So therefore integration of C into integration of V dV. So here E is equal to C into V square by 2. So total the formula E is equal to half CV square joules. So energy stored in the capacitor is half CV square joules. So these are the formulas for capacitor. I is equal to C into dV by dt, V is equal to 1 by C into integration of I dt, P is equal to Vi, which is nothing but V into C into dV by dt, and energy stored in the capacitor E is equal to half CV square. As per the physical dimensions, the capacitor C is directly proportional to area of cross section, and it is inversely proportional to the distance between the two plates. So therefore capacitor is directly proportional to area of cross section and as well as inversely proportional to the displacement between the two plates. So this can be written as C is equal to epsilon A by D farads, where epsilon is called permittivity of the material, permittivity. So this can be written as epsilon naught into epsilon r. Epsilon naught is called absolute permittivity and epsilon r is the relative permittivity. So absolute permittivity can be written as 8.857 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farads per meter. Epsilon naught can be written as 8.857 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farad per meter. So if I take Q versus V, similarly like in the case of resistor and inductor, it will be also a linear case, Q1 V1. So C1 can be written as Q1 by V1. So in the negative direction it can be V2 minus V2 and minus Q2. So C can be written as minus Q2 by minus V2. So this is a relationship between Q and V. So in short I will write all the formulas together. So for resistor, for inductor and for capacitor. V is equal to IR, I is equal to V by R, P is equal to V into I, which is equal to I square R, which is equal to V square by R, and energy is equal to integration of P dt. Here V is equal to L into di by dt and I is equal to 1 by L into integration of V dt, and P is equal to L into di by dt into I, and energy stored in the inductor is half Li square joules. So similarly here V is equal to 1 by C into integration of I dt, and I is equal to C into dV by dt, and power is equal to C into dV by dt into V, and energy stored in the capacitor is half CV square. So these are the 6 formulas. These are the formulas for voltage, current, power and energy for different passive elements.